Hey everyone, Scott from SANspotter.com here, and I just gotta ask, since when did Madrid become one of the most amazing airports in all the world? Terminal 4 is incredible. I was here once many years ago, and I certainly don't remember walking around in complete shock as I did on this particular day. By the way, those of you who were expecting this to be a ride on one of those new fancy pants British Airways A350s, I'm sorry to disappoint. I just figured that I had to do the Iberia A340-600 while I still had the chance, which turned out to be a very bad decision. You'll find out why in a couple minutes. As I sit here trying to regain the feeling in my extremities after flying in from Amsterdam, I've got a golden nugget of info for all of you who thought that this was going to be a British Airways A350 video. Did you know that I post every flight that I take to my online flight log? I know that I'm not going to win any cool points for admitting to something like that out loud, but it's the best place to get a sneak peek of the subjects for my upcoming videos. Anyway, link in the description below. How much do you want to bet that we don't get out of here on time this afternoon? Everything seems to be on schedule so far, but I'm getting an overly casual vibe here at the gate, which isn't reassuring. Then again, casual vibes are a quintessential part of Spanish culture, and since I'm in no hurry to get to London, I guess I'm totally cool with that. That's weird. Seems as if they initiated the boarding process before the cleaning crew was even finished doing what they needed to do. The comedian in me likes to think that it was actually the gate agents who decided to send a friendly, hurry the hell up message to the cleaning crew in the form of 150 irritated-looking passengers. I will admit that the unorganized and casual nature of the boarding process had me slightly concerned about what I was going to experience once on board. Thankfully, these economy class seats looked and felt great with plenty of legroom. Well, it seemed like plenty until I had to deal with the disaster I experienced shortly after takeoff. Do stay tuned. For those that don't know, there are exactly 17 A340-600s in the Iberia fleet right now, all of which will be replaced by a mixture of A350s and A330s over the next several years. The A340 may be unfashionable, old, and outdated, kind of like me, but it's still a pretty neat way to travel between Madrid and London. Okay, I've flown 2 different airlines on this Euro trip so far, and the USB ports didn't work on either. Is Iberia going to be the one that comes through for me today? Believe it or not, the answer is yes. I mean, sí. El sabor vuela contigo. Translation? Hope you brought lots of money because there will be no free food served on today's flight. I've got to say that it was an impressive menu though. Well stocked, with plenty of wine available to numb the pain of unfortunate incidents which may occur mid-flight. Just saying. Another reason why I chose to fly the Iberia A340 between Madrid and London today is because I actually do have several flights booked on the British Airways A350 already. I'll get my chance with those birds soon enough. Today, it's all about enjoying a ride on an aircraft solidly on the endangered species list. Oh, and the link to the full unedited takeoff is in the description below. Of course. Life was pretty good as we were climbing out of Madrid. Clear blue skies with amazing scenery below, all while getting a ride on one of my bucket list airline aircraft combos. Unfortunately, a heavy dose of bad luck was about to strike down upon me and rip that good feeling away in an instant. You see, just like I do on most flights I film videos for, I place my GoPro camera on the armrest to capture B-roll footage of me doing stuff. But it's B-roll nonetheless, and this footage is the glue that ties my main footage together and helps me tell a story. But then, just as I was capturing the most boring footage ever of me flipping through the in-flight magazine, the camera slid off the armrest and you're not gonna believe this. There was an open access panel on the floor, and it fell deep into the guts of this A340. Are you freaking kidding me? Here's the thing. I could have cared less about the camera. It was the feeling of losing that memory card and what was on it that gave me one of the worst feelings I have experienced in a long time. All of the footage from this trip so far was on that card. The LOT Polish Airlines flight, the KLM flights. Not only that, Surfshark was sponsoring those two videos, and I was under contract to deliver on them as soon as I got home. If Iberia wasn't able to retrieve that camera for me in a timely manner, I was pretty much screwed, and this was a completely wasted trip. Yes, I brought along a backup GoPro for emergencies, but that wasn't the point. The feeling of coming home without any footage from my sponsored videos was immensely stressful, embarrassing, and heartbreaking. Anyway, all I could do was press on and deal with the situation once we got to London. Worried that it might be a lengthy process to get my camera back, I figured this might be a good opportunity to jump on Wi-Fi and get the ball rolling with Iberia customer service. Then again, trying to explain to them how I dropped my camera into the belly of one of their A340s was likely to be awkward, and not very productive either. I think I'm gonna have to deal with this on the ground. Well, I need to get busy refilming all of the B-roll that I lost on this flight because there's... Whoa! Okay, dropping 2 GoPros into that black hole would not have been funny. Anyway, back to the B-roll. You have no idea how dejected I was feeling at this point. Oh, how I wish I could have enjoyed this moment. Flying directly over London on a clear day is always a special treat, but all I wanted to do was land so that I could deal with the camera situation. A group hug with my fellow trip reporters, moments in the sky, QFS aviation, and trips with Rory was what I needed more than anything at this moment. So, what's my plan of attack once we land? Well, first of all, let's just hope that the camera didn't wedge itself into a hydraulic mechanism of some kind and that we end up on the ground safely. Oh god. Thankfully, we did land without any issues, so sticking my arm and possibly other extremities down that hole once everyone is off this plane is the next order of business. As twisted as that may sound, I was actually starting to look forward to filming that process so that I could deliver one of the weirdest Iberia A340 reviews you've ever seen. As if this hasn't been weird enough already. So, it all comes down to this. I was so nervous about not being able to walk off this plane with that camera. However, my impatience got the best of me, and I turned around to ask the guy behind me if he could see my camera down that hole. His reply? Sorry, it's too deep. I can't see anything. Oh man, this isn't looking good. But then, Just as I was feeling my lowest, I heard him say, "Wait, I see it," followed moments later by the sight of my camera once again. I can't even put into words how relieved I felt knowing that I wasn't going to have to spend the next 2 days or weeks or months dealing with trying to get this dang camera back. Yeah, this ended up being pretty much the worst Iberia A340-600 review ever, but knowing that I wasn't going to have to explain to my sponsor about how stupid I can be sometimes made me not even care. Finally, huge thanks as always to my growing list of patrons. The support I've been getting from all of you is absolutely tremendous, and I'm extremely thankful to have you as part of the SANspotter crew. I also very much appreciate everyone who watched all the way through to the end. And I do hope you'll stay tuned for the next one, which is the final segment on this Euro trip, and probably my most amazing long-haul economy class flight ever. Remember, you can always check my flight log if you're not a big fan of trying to decipher cryptic hints such as this. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.